Hey people that are interested in cats, the paranormal and things. Now, today we were meant to have went to a really interesting place which is well known for a certain paranormal activity, but since the location is outside and the weather is pants, we can't go. So what I've decided is I'm going to interview Simon about his paranormal experiences, and yeah, hopefully you'll enjoy this video. And it's legging it down with rain. Typical. So, as you know, this is Simon, and also his YouTube handle is Pale Horse, or A Pale Horse, isn't it?
No, it's a pale horse. Yeah.
Yeah, Pale Horse.
It was originally a hollow heart, but I changed it.
So you're not full of heart. It's all hollow, but it's not hollow anymore.
It's not a hat full of hollow, no.
Oh, okay. So basically, you want to talk about what you thought, but then you're going to get round to that bit.
Or do you want me to start earlier than that? I can do, and then kind of build it up a bit.
Right. What you thought or felt like an alien abduction, and then how it progresses to what you realise that it isn't, and what you think it is.
Do you want me to go back further than that? One or two things happened before that, and then kind of sets it up.
Well, yeah, it would work out that way.
Okay, so the first experience I ever had that I can remember, it's not much good if I don't remember it, is it?
Yeah.
Was we went to, Heaton Park.
Yes.
And outside the main, there's like a big house in there, and it's got stone lions outside of it. And I remember we were walking up towards the house from over to the side somewhere. We just had something to eat or something. And as we came out, we were walking up towards the house, and the stone lion, it was facing away from me. And it was as I watched it, it was like it turned its head and looked at me. But it wasn't a fluid. It was like it in little stages. Like sort of like that.
It's like gradually then, was it?
Yeah, gradually. It was like it moved. I'll show you how it did it. It was sort of like...
Isn't that like mechanical?
Sort of. In my memory, it's like a series of photographs.
Yeah.
If you know what
together,
I mean.
then you see them one shot after another.
Yeah, like stop motion or something.
Yeah. Okay.
And then there's other things I can't remember all of them, to be honest, properly. So, but I do remember a couple of times I woke up in the middle of the night and there was like mist on the bedroom floor. And like, I think I found out what that was later, but I can go into that another time if you want. But that was weird. Anyway, it was like one of those old MGM films where they're chasing the wolfman into the swamp and there's like fog up to here.
Yeah.
Like, somebody's left the kettle on or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Seen plenty of them.
So, have you?
Yeah, especially in the kitchen after you've been in there.
Anyway, so then I'll just go up to the alien stuff anyway. So basically in 1994 the X-Files came out. Now I was a sci-fi fan anyway, and I'd watched things like The Night Stalker and stuff like that before, but this was when I really I think probably everybody else as well started talking about grey aliens, and I just was like really interested. I became obsessed with it actually. I used to talk about it all the time, how great it would be if aliens came and to give us all the technology and everything and save the world and whatever. I can't remember exactly all of the things that I said, but I did think it would be great to be able to meet one. I really wanted to. And then I remember one night I heard like a funny sort of low humming sound outside. I didn't know where it was coming from, obviously. So I went and looked, and there was like a... You've seen Mark and Mindy, haven't you?
Yeah.
Like he comes in an egg, doesn't he?
Yes.
And like it's like a giant egg that he's inside. And that's kind of what it looked like. It was like circling around. This is my window here. And it'd go off there, and then it must have gone round and then come back the other way. So it circled around the house. And that happened like 4 or 5 times. And it seemed to get like a bigger and bigger circle each time, and then when it got to on like the 5th time it got here and it just shot off, and it was like sort of a golden colour. So that happened, and And then I'm not sure how long after that it would have been. Maybe 6 months. I don't know. I'm guessing now. It doesn't matter. It was a while after anyway. I woke up at night and I couldn't move.
It feels like sleep paralysis.
Yeah, it might have been sleep paralysis. I don't know. I have had, independently of this, sleep paralysis once or twice. I'll tell you about that in a minute. But it definitely felt like somebody was in the room with me. But that was it. I went back to sleep. And then this happened. This was in because we moved. So we were in this house when all that happened. And it happened like maybe 4 or 5 times there. And then we moved house then. And it stopped. It didn't happen again then until we moved to. I went and stayed with my grandma for a while because I had to. Things were going on, and it didn't happen when I was at my grandma's at all. And then I moved back in with my mum, and it happened once in this house we were in. But we got burgled 3 times in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
I had 2 PlayStations stolen off me. So we moved from that house, and we moved to this other house, and this other house was definitely haunted. So I started having the alien thing started happening again. It had happened once, and I had a dog by now. And I remember sitting up and saying to her, they'd been, and obviously the dog didn't answer me. I don't have a talking dog.
But, no, you would be a millionaire if you had.
And I wasn't that bothered about it that time when it happened. But the next time it happened, after that, each time it happened, I started getting more and more worried about it, and I didn't know why. Because every time it like that in that house, the first time it happened, couldn't move, closed my eyes, and then it was like, I don't know how to explain it. It was not like a light; it was like something just popped, and then I was sitting up in bed. I don't know how to explain it better than that. Then the next time when it started happening, I woke up, couldn't move, but this time I remember feeling worried about it, which I hadn't any of the other times. But then same thing, I closed my eyes, and this time like my bed was like under the window, and there was a wall on either side, and my feet were on this side, and it's like something grabbed my feet and pulled me through. And as it pulled me through, it was like I felt like I went through the wall, and it was like, when something's dragging on canvas.
Yeah,
it's like I got pulled through the wall. And it was like zzz, sort of noise. Not quite like that. I can't really do it like zzz.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That noise.
Yeah.
And then it's like I got pulled like out and then down. And as I was going down, I blacked out, and then I was sitting up in bed again. And then it happened again. That didn't happen with the pulling thing. It just happened, and then it's like something went over my eyes. Then I was awake again. And then the time after that it happened, I wasn't even in bed. I was sitting up looking at something. I think it was a graphic novel or something. And I noticed the bulb started to go dim. In the ceiling light. And it was like, it started going dim. And it was like, I felt like there was almost darkness starting to close in around me. It wasn't like really dark. It was just subtle.
It'd be like if you sat in a room, and as it gets closer to dark, it starts gradually, the lights gradually starts going, doesn't it?
It was like that, but it was going down.
Ah.
It was going down slowly. Now, some people aren't going to believe what I'm going to say now, but this is what happened. I can only tell you this is what happened. You believe me or you don't believe me. I told my mum about this happening, and she was Christian, and she was like a believer and everything. And I was and I wasn't. I kind of like, from childhood I was, but I'd forgotten about it, if you know what I mean. So she said, if it happens again, just said, said words, Jesus, help me. So like, I didn't think it would work, to be honest with you. But anyway, like I said, all this was happening, and I was like, you feel fear from it. And I couldn't think of anything else to say, and there was no reason not to try it. So I did, and it stopped. And it was like everything just went back to normal. And there was like a humming noise as well. It was very low, and I could hear it getting louder and louder.
It was like...
No, it was not. It kind of. It was like sort of... But not really. I can't do it. It doesn't matter. It was a humming noise of some kind.
Yeah.
And I felt like something was coming. The dog was there with me on the bed. And like, I wouldn't say she looked scared, but she looked like a little bit worried. So I did that and everything stopped. And then after that, I was like thinking, well, Why, if these are things are from aliens, why from space? Why would that stop it from happening? It doesn't make any logical sense.
Yeah.
Because, you know, like if somebody was going to break in your house and have a go at you, if you said that, would it stop them? I don't think it would really,
No.
would it?
They'd be like, no, he's not going to help you. And
No, but I mean, like, they're at the door.
Exactly.
And you say that.
they're going to just laugh at you and just walk past
Well,
you.
even if they don't hear it, I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, if a person's there, then, you know, there is, you know, whatever. You know what I'm trying to say.
No, it's not going to stop them, is it? There's no invisible force field that's going to stop them doing it.
But this stopped that.
Yeah.
And it did, and nobody can tell me it didn't, because I know that it did.
Okay.
And then it happened again one more time after that. And it did the same thing, and it went away. And then after that, then, it was like they were wearing like a costume, and they took it off. And then after that, no more alien stuff, but I did see things. Because in that bedroom that happened, this was like maybe a year later. I just turned the light off. I'd gone to bed, just lying in bed, looking at the ceiling, you know, just trying to go to sleep. And it was like a car. I thought a car didn't go past, but I thought a car was going past because I saw a light coming through the window. You know, like when a car goes past, and you can see the light go across the ceiling. This light came in through the bedroom window, and it was like on the ceiling, but it was like an orb. Now, you know, like if you was to shine a light through a glass with liquid in it.
Yeah.
And it kind of like...
Yeah, shimmers.
Shimmers and wobbles a little bit. It was like that. So it was on the ceiling, and it like sort of... It was like going like that, sort of a little bit. Not really fast.
Yeah.
Came across the ceiling, and then it stopped. Now, normally when a car went past in that room, the light would go like that, and it'd just stop as it, like, obviously got past the house. It didn't. It got to the point where it should have stopped, and then it disappeared. It stopped, and then it shot to the side where the ceiling and the wall meet, and it came down. There was a poster I had of Gillian Anderson from the X-Files, and it came down and onto the picture and went into her face like that. And when it went into her face, her eyes went pitch black, and her mouth went like somebody torn it all up, and it was like it was looking at me, and the eyes were like, you know, in Supernatural, or the demons in Supernatural, that's what the eyes looked like.
Yeah, Jack Black, or the black-eyed children.
Yeah.
That's
exactly what it looked like. And then, like, I jumped out of bed and turned the light on, and when I looked at it again, it was back to normal. So I took it down and didn't put it back up, to be honest.
No, you're going to be a bit iffy. You're like, no, I'm not looking at that again.
Well, yeah. And then there was something else. That's what happened in that house as well. I went upstairs one day, and I was going to go into my bedroom. So I put my hand out to go into the bedroom, and it was like something came over me and sucked all the energy out of me, and I just fell on the floor. That's only ever happened once. That was before, you know, I was telling you about the stopping the aliens.
Yeah.
By saying Jesus saved me. That was before then.
Yeah.
And my mum had weird things happen as well. Well, I don't want to go into that, but
yeah.
But one thing I will mention is my mum's friend who used to partake of certain green herb. I've never done that, by the way. Before anybody says I'm not interested in stuff like that, but he had a pipe and he put it on the coffee table. I was watching wrestling, I think, watching Raw. It was a Friday night, so it would have been SmackDown. He put it on the table,
yeah,
and then he went upstairs to the toilet. And when he came back, the pipe was gone. And he said, "Oh, you've moved it, haven't you? You're joking with me, aren't you?" And I said, "No, I've not moved out of the room." So, like, we looked everywhere for it, and we couldn't find it. And the stairs that went, you know, going up the stairs, it was open plan in the kitchen. So I said, "I'll go and see if I took it upstairs," and didn't realise. He got halfway upstairs, and he said, "Come here a minute." So, you know, I went, and from the stairs you could see it being put on top of the cupboard in the kitchen. It wasn't me. I mean, there was only the two of us there. It wasn't me. I know I didn't do it. So it had been moved without me even realising and put on the top of the cupboard. Do you want me to go on? There's a few other things I could mention.
Yeah, a little bit.
Or do you want to save them for another one?
Yeah, we'll save them for another one. So anyway, if people find any of this interesting, let me know down in the comments down below. And also, there is a competition still going on. It's a giveaway. Simple thing is, the link is down in the description. You just click on the link and you watch the video there, and it will give you the question. The question is pretty simple, and no, I'm not telling you the answer, but all you got to do is answer the question, and you've got to be UK only. and subscribers only. But if you are out of the country and you do decide to take part of it, you will need to nominate it to somebody who is in the UK. So anyway, yeah, please have a go on that. It's free, doesn't cost you anything. So it's just fun, and the prizes have been shown on the channel as well. So anyway, if you want any more stories from Simon, let me know. And anyway, thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe, and thank you for watching. Bye. Say goodbye, Simon.
Goodbye, Simon.
So what do you think aliens actually are?
I think they're demons. And let me just say one more thing before we end. Haunted houses and UFOs have a lot in common.